The iconic and legendary Sheryl Swoopes is at it again. She recently went on the Jill's Arena podcast and talked about whether Caitlin Clark is dominating right now in the WNBA. The three-time NBA All-Star Gilbert Arenas asked Sheryl Swoopes if Caitlin Clark had the numbers to be considered dominating in the WNBA, and Sheryl Swoopes responded with no. Take a listen.
We say her stats are today, what?
20 points, 8.4 assists, 6 rebounds.
That's crazy.
But 5
crazy.
Is that 5.6
those are hell of a number.
Those are hell of a numbers.
But to me, that's not dominating.
Now, Swoopes went on to say that people called her out for saying that Caitlin Clark wouldn't be good, but she made it clear during the podcast that she simply said that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark would not dominate the league immediately. And she also pointed out that Clark is a different player now than what she was in the first half of the season. And naturally, the internet is in an uproar because while Swoopes doesn't believe Caitlin Clark is dominating, the facts show that Clark is averaging 19.5 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 8.4 assists per game this season, a stat that no one else in WNBA history has had or has had better. Now, this is not the first time the legendary Sheryl Swoopes has faced backlash for discussing Caitlin Clark. A few months ago, she was on the same podcast and said that she would become the NCAA all-time leading scorer because she was granted an extra season due to the pandemic. Swoopes basically said that Kelsey Plum set the record in 4 years and that Clark should have broken the record in 4 years, but because of the pandemic and the extra year she has, the record truly shouldn't be broken and that she didn't think it would go into the record book. Well, lo and behold, Caitlin Clark decided to forego the extra year and go straight into the WNBA, doing the exact opposite of what Sheryl Swoopes suggested. And this prompted Swoopes to reach out to Caitlin Clark directly and apologize. Swoopes received a lot of backlash for this. Now, she also received a lot of backlash on another occasion when she took to social media to cheer up Diamond DeShields from all of the backlash she was getting from the flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark. She said, and I quote, "Head up, kid. Hate will not win. You are covered. There's nothing these evil people can do about that. All love for you." Now, shortly after this, people noticed that Sheryl Swoopes was removed from the WNBA broadcast, and legendary Nancy Lieberman praised Caitlin Clark for changing the game and potentially being just like the Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan of the WNBA during the next broadcast, and said that the world shouldn't hate on Caitlin Clark but celebrate Clark. Then Lieberman went on the Stephen A. Smith show on YouTube and said that she had a conversation with Swoopes in February to talk about Caitlin Clark, but the conversation ultimately ended with the end of their relationship. Now, Sheryl Swoopes is not just any WNBA player. Swoopes was the first, the number one, to be signed to the WNBA. She is a 3-time WNBA MVP and was named one of the top 15 players of all time in the 2011 WNBA All-Star Game. She's won 3 Olympic gold medals and was inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. She also won 4 WNBA titles with the Houston Comets. And not to mention, she won the 1993 NCAA Women's Basketball Championship, was the first WNBA player to get her own Nike shoe called Air Swoopes, of course. And honestly, the list goes on and on. Now, I list these accolades out to say that we have a lot of people talking about Caitlin Clark and the WNBA and what should and shouldn't be done now that it seems like the world is finally paying more attention to the game. And it's fine. Everyone has their own opinions, even myself, but every now and then, it's good to hear from the professionals of the game, but not just any professional. It's good to hear the opinions from arguably the best WNBA player of all time, and that would include Sheryl Swoopes. I think it's great that the world is getting to hear what she thinks about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. The hate that Sheryl Swoopes has been getting over the past couple of months is astonishing. Do I agree with everything she says? No, but the hate that is being spewed towards her because of her opinions is appalling. Swoopes apologized directly to Clark when she had her facts wrong, which is a plus, potentially squashing any bad blood between them. And Swoopes explains her reasons behind her opinions. And sadly, she still gets hate, and that is the problem. Now, I do believe Caitlin Clark is dominating the WNBA. She's making people tune in and making the WNBA more money. Everyone knows this. Now, is she dominating in Sheryl Swoopes' eyes? Arguably the best WNBA player of all times? No, but I can respect her opinion, and others need to respect that as well. As always, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Sheryl Swoopes has some sort of bias towards Caitlin Clark? Do you agree with some of the things that she says about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, or do you disagree? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for some more Taylor Talks, and see ya.